Hey friends, hope you're having a fantastic summer. You know, this is kind of interesting. I had a gentleman come in yesterday and he was very down on himself, discouraged. Happens all the time, right? I find myself talking folks off the ledge all the time. Here's what happens on this program and why you can be confident in it working and succeeding for you as long as you're consistent. This fella came in and he knew he only lost a couple of pounds. He ended up losing about 2.2 pounds on the scale. But once we ran the body composition, and I know I've mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating, he ended up losing 7.4 pounds of body fat and gaining roughly 5 pounds of lean muscle tissue and bone matrix. So on the scale, when you gain that healthy tissue and you lose that unhealthy tissue, it'll burn the fat. You only have a net loss of 2 pounds. That can be discouraging. You may be thinking, why am I going through all this effort of eating clean when I can just default and go back to processed food, crack open a bag or a package and just make my life easier? And what I proceeded to ask him how his clothes were fitting, he'd said, well, I'm down 4 pant sizes. Now, he's only been on the program for 3 months. So to lose 4 pant sizes in 3 months is fantastic, because what's happening is he's becoming more lean, more dense. And that's how you want to think about it. Everybody says to me from time to time, well, not everybody, but a lot of people will say, well, I know muscle's heavier than fat. Well, that's not the case, actually, because a pound of muscle weighs the same as a pound of fat. It just happens to be that muscle tissue and bone tissue are more dense than fat. So if you have a pound of styrofoam, it's going to weigh the same as a pound of lead. It's just going to be, the lead's going to be a lot smaller because it's more dense. So what happens is as we eat cleaner and we consistently change our mind about what we're doing, that consistency will build momentum whereby you will burn more fat and you will build more lean muscle tissue as your body becomes healthier. That's what has to happen first. You have to become healthier by detoxifying consistently. So if you dip back into some of the foods of your past, you're not getting a thorough detoxification, and that scenario would never happen like it did for that gentleman. So anyway, by the time the visit was over, he was having a much better day. He could recognize that his body was transforming. It was shrinking. I shouldn't say shrinking. It was becoming more lean, more condensed. And you feel better that way. You feel more efficient. Your energy improves, your sleep improves. So those are the kind of things you can expect if you're early in the program, you can look forward to. If you're later in your program and in your journey, you should already be experiencing these benefits. So I hope this is a helpful clarification. The one take-home message that I'd love for each of you to have for yourself is, if you just change your mind about what you've been used to doing for maybe decades, you can change your body no matter your age, because this man was in his 60s. So if you can have a transformation of that type and that level in your 60s, you can have it anywhere along the way of life's journey. So hope you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Reach out to us. I don't hear from nearly as many of you as I should be. You can use us as your accountability partners by sending food logs once per week in an email. You're welcome to do that, and I'll give you feedback from that. So have a terrific summer. All the best to you. Enjoy the variety that is the bounty we're seeing in the harvest, because our weather is on our side and working with us. God bless you each.